Most people say it's a nightmare building a home, and this was far from it. This was just phenomenal.
We picked the right people. This is our forever home. We was looking at modular homes upon retirement, and we even went to Central Florida where they build these things.
They had a cookie cutter form that they wanted you to follow, and there was no deviation, and that's just not what we want. We want something that we want because, as he said before, this is our forever home. After we did our research and we went go meet in Tallahassee, we got in the truck and it was like, you know, I think we found the people who are going to build our home.
When we talked to the contractor and the salesman over at America's Home Place, and they brought up the idea that your house is being inspected as it's being built versus a modular home is not. It's only inspected at the end. So you don't know what's happened in between. You don't know what nails were used, screws, construction.
The people there are phenomenal. I mean, from the day we walked in, they explained that they were going to walk us through every inch, from the flooring to the cabinetry to the bathroom fixtures to the light fixtures.
The selection process of everything, from knobs on the cabinets to the color choices, the floor choices, the carpet choices. It wasn't just narrowed down to like 3. It was like narrowed down to 15 or 20. You had different choices. Lamps, lights, fixtures, mirrors. It's like, okay, so all we got to do is move in furniture. If you could not find your forever home in that stack of plans, I mean, it took us a good 24 hours of all the plans to go through. And when we finally chose this one, the people there at the Tallahassee office told us that we can do little modifications here and there. We just got right on it. We started looking at the plans. You know, their draft people knocked out the new plans and off to the planning and zoning and went.
We had so much fun because we were going back and forth, and well, we could do this to this room, and we could modify the bathroom. It seemed as though they were having as much fun with it as we were at the time.
Another thing about that is they also gave us pointers. We never built our own house before. We're looking at things that we didn't like in the previous houses we lived in, and they're telling us about construction areas that we might want to look at this and that.
Any night or day, we could call the office at any time and somebody would call us back. They would just call up to see how it was going, if everything was going satisfactorily, if we had any more questions.
Every time one of them from America's Home Place was going to be in the area, they'd call me up. Where you at? Let's talk. Let's see each other. The plan of the Blue Ridge itself, I needed to invert it because my driveway comes at the house at a different angle where the porch was at. So I asked them to put the plans down and then flip it upside down. That way the porch would be on the opposite side of the original plans. That is a task that I didn't think they was gonna be able to do, but they knocked it out piece of cake. They had a hallway closet. It would have interfered with a big walk-in closet, right? So what I did is I asked them to take out the closet, and it makes my master bedroom closet much bigger. And with the extra space in the stairwell, what I did is I had them put a pantry in there. Piece of cake. We extended the porch on one side, which helped extend the kitchen a little bit because we had to move a window. That allowed us to put an island in there.
We have my parents that were coming to live with us, so they helped us to modify the bathroom to accommodate my parents. Instead of doing the regular bathtub feature, they did just a total shower area for them with the safety issues. That way we didn't have to worry about my parents while using that restroom.
I noticed that America's Home Place tried to bring in as much local as they could. They pretty much told me that pick these guys because these guys have proven themselves to be at our standard or above. They were 100% correct. The ones that they told me to avoid, I found out that they were the ones that you really wanted to avoid. Once they cleared the land, the house started going up like overnight. In fact, I think they were ahead of schedule.
They actually were ahead of schedule.
We moved in like 2 weeks ahead of schedule. The contractors, each person, they had a timeline where they walked in and just knocked it out. Next guy comes in, next guy comes in. House is up in like 5 months. It's an assembly line. I mean, they can have 5 or 6 houses in your town going up at the same time, but there is no delay on yours. We have 2 neighbors that started their houses before us. We got done before them. And he was really upset with his contractor because it was taking so long.
We were nosy. We would come in and we would check and see what was going on. And they actually liked us coming in because if there was anything that we needed to change or anything, they were right there so we could let them know. I remember I had come in and they were painting the stairs. It just was so beautiful because I hadn't seen the finished product with the trim and everything. And you could just see it in that they were happy, that I was happy.
Believe it or not, we paid less for this site-built home than we would have for a modular home. $30,000 I think we saved, like going with America's Home Place.
Absolutely.
From the top-notch modular home we was looking at. I cannot express how well the house is built, the people that work for the company that actually sell you the house, the contractors, the vendors that they use. I'm confident if I tell somebody that they're about to build a house, go to America's Home Place.
Oh, very happy. I love my house. I love my house.